Mitchell Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, finding room at the 30. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. To throw is Wentz. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go one, who would go two, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emerson Griffin with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Donnie Jones now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Bridgewater. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can...
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field. And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And the offense lining up first and 10. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Slot man moves right. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz dancing to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Wentz now on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Bridgewater now on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, here's Wentz. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blount, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now a give. This is Murray. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. He finds McKinnon complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A toss to Murray. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Trump, there he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, 48 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He juked him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff. It's Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the slot man goes in motion left. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Wiggles free. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Linval Joseph. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Steps away to his left. He's good. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone.